When you're feeling down in this techie haze, lost in the speed of these digital days, world's evolving quicker than you can blink, caught in the code, no time to think. Keeping it real with sweet tea vibes, rolling through changes as life collides, adapting fast while the circuits hum, innovations beat, here we come. Numbers crunch, ideas ignite, production rises in the neon light, multiplying dreams with a single click. Progress moves on, no stopping it. Through the wires, through the streams, chasing productivity, chasing dreams. No time for pauses, no time to wait. In the rhythm of tech we create, keeping it real with sweet tea vibes, rolling through changes as life collides, adapting fast while the circuits hum, innovations beat, here we come. Here we come. Through the wires, through the streams, chasing productivity, chasing dreams. No time for pauses, no time to wait. In the rhythm of tech we create, keeping it real with sweet tea vibes, rolling through changes as life collides, adapting fast while the circuits hum, innovations beat, here we come. Here we come. Procrastination can't take the wheel. This digital world, we keep it real. With every pulse, with every beat, Sweet Tea's groove makes the future complete. Here we come.
Uploading.
Alright, I am joining in from multiple spaces here. I'm sitting in a Zoom meeting and Toastmasters Techno. Hold on, get 1 second. I have a Toastmasters meeting going on and this live stream, so I'm doing two things at the same time. If I can turn this thing around here. Toastmasters, and they can see, they can't hear me or anything right now, but I might have to rethink my schedule here, doing two things at once right now, but I'm making it work as best as I can, and this is not staying with the Zoom meeting. I may have to just do this. This is not wanting to stay. Yeah, this is not wanting to stay at all. Okay. Well, that's gonna have to work. So if you hear me talking to something else that doesn't quite make sense, I'm talking in the Toastmasters meeting, and the phone may fall. And can I? I mean, I could probably like put it on the screen, but I didn't want to have two things running on the same computer. But here, Toastmasters from Zoom on the phone. And if I unplug it, you could probably hear it too. Just another thing that I do in the tech world. It looks like it's a very light meeting, actually, so I'm glad I came up. Let's see here. Turn the volume up. Why is it so quiet? Ah, there we go. Wi-Fi. Okay, there we go. Got it. Now you should be able to. Nope. I said Wi-Fi. Why is it connecting on the phone? Wi-Fi or cellular data? Uh, I'm detecting it's. I may have to just re-enter the Zoom. Why is it? Uh, it's just disposable gloves. Okay, I don't get what you're coming from, but thanks for the comment. You're welcome here, and just remember to keep it respectful and everything. I'm trying to figure out what it's only connecting to phone on the Zoom phone. All these Zoom updates. But yeah, what's up? You're welcome being here and everything. Thanks for commenting, popping in. If you could explain more into more detail and everything, then that would be cool too. But this is just for real talk coming in. I might be doing like an earlier time even, but this is for real talk. Keeping it real talk. And my guest, things schedules would change and everything. And guest Zach, he seems to be having changing of schedules as well. So changes everywhere happening, and I'm still saying like I'm going every night at 7, but there might be some changes with this. Maybe closer to the afternoon or a little earlier in the evening and not so later. I'm trying to figure out why it's only doing the phone. This is weird. Wi-Fi or cellular data? Going through the phone. But I don't get that.
I related my story about going to the beach.
There we go. Now
because
you
I was
can.
a beach goer. I had fun going to the beach, swimming in the beach.
So maybe this for a little bit.
But
Now we can all hear from the Toastmasters meeting. Turn this way. Speakers close to the microphone.
when Jaws premiered that summer of '75, that scared me out of the water. So I basically, since that time, I do not swim in the ocean. If I swim, I'll swim in the pool. So it was a life-changing event for so many people because up until that time,
So that
the
Sam
fear of
gloves.
sharks in the water.
I see you.
I
You make a
wouldn't
lot
say
of posts about
completely unknown
gloves.
because there
Okay.
have been incidents here or there, but
We've been
to the
having, if you're
degree
still there, we've been having a lot of issues with like
that it kind of manifested
disrespectful
itself
comments or whatever.
after
So
the
I
movie,
I just assumed, but I looked at your page
all bets were
and
off.
you have a bunch of different
People
gloves on there.
took swimming in the ocean a lot more
So
seriously.
like, legitimate.
And as Robert
All
said
right,
earlier,
welcome to the channel. Welcome,
now
Sam.
we have some
I
you
seem
know,
to know
we
a
only
lot of
had
Sams, and they're all like good people too.
the movie
Sam's
to
good
kind of
people.
show you what it was
So
like
I
to
have
be
no
in the
problem
water
with
with
the
a
name
shark.
Sam.
But
But
now
this is
we have
Toastmaster
real
meeting
life
I'm kind of sitting in.
situations all up and down the coast, both coasts, about shark attacks with people. So
Oh, they're
that's
talking
something
about shark
to
attacks in
be
the Zoom.
aware of. So we don't have any. We have a grammarian. We need a grammarian. The word of the day. I'll go ahead and introduce the word of the day. But the word of the day is bogus. And
I can be the,
huh?
I can be the grammarian.
Okay. Well,
Hello.
Hi
Oh,
there.
need any other roles? Let me know.
Okay, we will.
And by the way, I'm live streaming this, so you'll on my live stream as well on YouTube and Instagram.
Okay.
Well, thanks for letting us know, Tony. No pressure there, right? So as the grammarian, I will be watching for words, correct usage of the English language, any ahs, so's or buts, and I will combine that with also being the eye counter for today, watching posture as well. And I will make note of any good uses as well as any things that can be improved upon.
Okay. Thank you. So we have a guest. Because I haven't seen you haven't been here before. Yeah,
I'm going on mute here so they can't hear me, so I can talk.
So you want to introduce yourself?
So this is a Toastmasters meeting. Welcome to Toastmasters.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Joshua Adeboye. I've been a Toastmaster at the Arlington location. I came about 2 months ago here at this location, and there's been a calling for me to come back to Toastmasters. So this is the closest location, so looking forward to becoming a member here.
I'm sorry, say your name again?
Adeboye.
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 Nice to meet you again. Welcome. And we also have Mutsu.
I remember coming. This is my third session.
Your third?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we look forward to getting both you guys involved in our meeting tonight. We don't have any
Yeah,
scheduled
visit the
speakers.
page. I just
Helen was took ill, so she said she wouldn't be able to make it tonight.
things happening with the club members.
I see Tommy's mouth moving. He's live streaming. Okay. And Robert. Robert, can you handle can you handle the role of listener? Sure. Okay. I'll explain the role. My name is Robert Servant, ATM, for those of you who do not know me. I've been with Technical Toastmasters since the start of its inception, back a few years ago. And the listener role is a role where a member or an individual guest is taking the role will listen to the meeting and find the key points to make questions at the end of the meeting to see just how well you were listening and how well you remember.
Oh, there we go.
what was
That
in the
works.
meeting. You may not remember some of the things.
So I might make Sam give him a blue jacket actually.
So when you event from a public speaking perspective, when the speaker is speaking, it shows how well you listen to the speaker, how attentive you are. Mr. Toastmaster, thank you. Thank you, Robert. And Tommy, can you give us some information on?
Oh, duty calls. Here I go on mute. So repeat the roll again.
Well, let's see here. We do have still open the timer and the vote counter, but can you also fill us in on the live streaming aspect tonight?
So we have at least one or two members or not members of the club, but one or two people on the stream, and they can hear me as I'm talking right now. You're seeing me as I show up on the live stream, and then this is the chat in the live stream that I can interact with. And I opted to start a live stream every night at 7 p.m. and then just so happens I had a conflict with two things going on. So can I do both at the same time? Live stream and Toastmasters with my phone. So I'm introducing Toastmasters to the world a little bit through live streaming.
Okay, so I do have a question for you. Can you provide us the link for the live stream?
If you go to youtube.com/@TommyKenyon7, you can see under live, you can get the link to the live event. youtube.com/@TommyKenyon7. I can't get the direct link to the player, but you should be able to find it on my page. In fact, that's it right there. Trying to incorporate some new things with Toastmasters live streaming and podcasting. So I figured this would be a good thing to try out. Same time. If I look at the camera, you can see me through the live stream itself. I can just be looking at the camera on my computer.
Okay. Let's see if I can. We'll have to get that information and talk like.
See, I can type it in the chat here.
Okay.
YouTube.com. Bear with me on YouTube. I'm typing here. / It should. I'm testing it, and yes, it takes you right there.
Okay. Let's see here.
I tested the link even. So I don't know. I mean, I'm on the actual Zoom with my phone, so I don't know. I could take a smaller role or something.
Okay.
Trying to incorporate things a little bigger together.
To your stuff, but Let's see. I haven't come across
You don't
it.
see that? There should be, if you're on the computer, there should be a live tab.
Section. Uh-oh.
And then the player shows up under, like, I can show you on my screen here.
Okay.
Live, yep. And it's right there. And you can even see, if you comment in the chat, I can make you a moderator. If you're logged in.
Got it. Okay. Got it. All right.
You wanna put the,
So one more thing about this. This is the same platform we use for the podcast.
Oh, wow. You don't have one that's more advanced or anything like that that's the same?
No, this is it. StreamYard.
Wow.
StreamYard.
I'm aware of it.
And I do see a bunch new viewers on. Hello. We have some more viewers joining us.
That's good. Here we go. Yeah. Okay. So since we did this, I'll ask the question: does anyone have a pocket speech they would like to?
Anyone you remember, you can give to YouTube even too.
Yes, I'm hearing that. I'm hearing it right here. Okay. So I'm not seeing that anyone has a pocket speech. So this would be a good exercise for us to go right into our table topics. And our table topics master is distinguished Toastmaster Tracy Lawton. Tracy.
well, thank you, Jerry, Mr. Toastmaster. Hello, everyone. As you know, today our theme is Jaws 50th and going to the beach, right? All of us have had experiences with going to the beach. So, do I have any volunteers, either in the room, online, streaming,
Talk about the point to beach.
about going to the beach, right? I will give you the question, and then you just have to respond 1 to 2 minutes. You have to use the word of the day. The word of the day is bogus, which means like something that's fake or false. And just make sure that you stay within the time frame. Do I have any volunteers?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so Joshua's gonna be our first volunteer.
I think you turned the camera off because I can't see anything now.
I turn the camera on. Hold on.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay, and are you gonna be the timer, Jerry? Who's gonna be our timer?
I guess I can do that.
Can you be the timer? Okay, you be the timer, Jerry?
Thank you.
You can do it.
Okay, great. Okay, so as we're talking about going to the beach, what would you say was your favorite time going to the beach? Any beach? Okay. What was your favorite time going to the beach?
Thank you, Ms. Hayes.
Thank you, Josh.
Good evening, fellow Toastmaster, guests, members. My favorite time going to the beach. I remember when I was 12 years old and my parents were from New Jersey. My parents would take us down to Wilmington Beach, North Carolina. This was a hot summer day, so we're 12 hours in the car. Of course, my dad does not want us to stop because we have to get to the beach. So when we get to the beach, it was so refreshing to get some great ice cream and walk the boardwalk. So my favorite time was always the summertime because that's what my family's together. and we also got to play in the ocean. So Jerry had mentioned earlier that he's afraid of the ocean. I love swimming as far as I can. The only downside for me is that I'm afraid of water. It works out because it gives me a way to conquer my fear. And then I get back to my family and we could have a great barbecue on the beach. We love to cook brisket, chicken, corn on the cob, and we'll also bring some crawfish down with us. And of course, we spend a great day and we'll always have to drive back. So it's the dread of driving back 12 hours back to New Jersey from Wilmington Beach, which I thought was completely bogus. Thank you so that. Pretty good.
Thank you, Joshua. All right. Hopefully that brought back some memories to most of us regarding our experiences of going to the beach. Everyone has a different experience. Do we have anyone else that would like to share? Our next table topic speaker is going to be you two. And this time, the question is, when was your worst time going to the beach? When was your worst time going to the beach? Me too.
Actually, thanks for everyone. Actually, I want to tell that, I mean, the story, it is a posted tape for, means it's not for summer or winter or evening or morning. I can tell one of the story, it was happened to my friend's sister. Since they have in Chennai, it's a biggest city in Tamil Nadu, again in India. They went to interview the group of the people, they went to beach. But unfortunately, that one of the my friend's sister son was, I mean, he went to the beach, but he didn't come back. They lost it. Basically, because of the thing is, he lost one time, but they spend another 10 to 15 years, they keep on searching him. Because they didn't find the body or something, so they don't know whether he goes to the, on the sea or something else. That is the worst thing it was happened. It's a very sad on that. Yeah, that's it. Focus means I don't know actually exactly. This is not basically focus kind of thing. It's not a kind of thing. That's what I can tell. It's a true story. Yeah. Focus. Yeah.
Focus.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Good job. Okay.
All right. Thanks for sharing that experience. Unfortunate, but thanks for sharing it with our viewers today. Do we have any viewers that's online streaming that would like to share? Tommy, are you able to tell if we have viewers that's online that would like to share or that would like to participate?
If they would, they'd have to be jumping on screen, or I don't know what else they'd share in chat. But I suppose they could jump on screen.
I can if you can. It might be easier for me.
Okay, Robert, would you like to be our next speaker today?
Sure. Go ahead.
Okay. If you could have the dream date of your life, which beach and what experience would you like to share? If you could have the dream date of your life, which beach would you like to go to? And would you share?
And thank you, Madam Postmaster. To have a dream date would be really awesome for me, being single and also being a senior, since age doesn't really play a place. Given the question, I'll make my age at 21. And back during those times, it was Studio 54 in New York City and National Lampoon magazine and things like this that existed inside the society of New York. And it was very thriving. And Mr. Barfly was just everybody. Everybody was into going to bars. So my dream date would be someone from something of a more active young female my age, probably 21, and preferably brunette, because New York is just full of brunette, and she can have an attractive body, being a dream date, and to be a musician, and to have her going to school and being a musician was a dream date of mine. And it was so bogus to go out to the beach and see all these women that were just lazy.
Hello, Lucy. What's up? This is a Zoom Toastmasters meeting, online, in-person, hybrid Toastmasters meeting tonight, every other Wednesday night. Figured I'm multitasking here. Put the microphone here, feeding here. So I'm showcasing what a Toastmasters meeting looks like, online, in-person, hybrid.
Toronto, so she's up in cold weather.
Welcome, Lucy.
And she's very attractive. My sister-in-law would be a Norwegian and one of choice. If I could have met one of her Norwegian friends, that would have been a nice dream date. I would have enjoyed that a lot. But all the bogus Italian women that were hanging around that already had children and they already had their macho husbands did not qualify for what I was looking for. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster.
It's for anyone who's just joining here. You're listening into a Toastmasters online hybrid club Toastmasters meeting. We're in table topics right now. We're having some trouble finding some speakers to give speeches, but we're in table topics. And you're welcome to join too. You most likely have to come on screen to talk if you wanted and take a part in Toastmasters table topics, but you're certainly welcome to, as long as this table topic section continues. But come on and you can speak on the screen.
Welcome.
Well, fellow Toastmasters, as I stated early on, my days of going in the water were long gone with the advent of JAWS. So I don't have that experience about being in the water with any live creature other than, I think maybe we used to, as a young kid, we used to go out, I think it's Jones Beach, New York. We would go out and we would find these starfish. And I remember I grabbed a whole bunch of these starfish for whatever reason. I had a whole bucket full of starfish. I thought I could take them home and, maybe use them, maybe have them as pets. But what I forgot was the fact that in order for me to get home, I had to ride the train. So I had this bucket of starfish, and midway through the trip home, they started to smell. And it got to the point where when I got home, they were pretty much gone. And I ended up having to dump them in the trash. So I really don't have that experience. It wasn't a great experience. It wasn't a bogus experience, but it was a experience that what I've learned not to take something away from their own natural habitat.
I'm gonna say hey to the Toastmaster meeting.
Unless you have the
You
ability
can come on
to
screen and you can say hey to the
care for them the way they
and
should
talk
be cared
through the
for.
YouTube to
So
the
that was
Zoom on my phone.
experience in going to the beach and being in the water with other live creatures. Madam Toastmaster, table topic master.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Jerry, for sharing that with us. And your encounter being with the starfish. Okay, do we have anyone else that would like to give a table topic speech?
No one is coming on screen, but you can give me a question.
Okay, sure. Are you ready, Tommy?
Yes.
Okay. What is your, I will give you the same question similar to what I gave to Jerry. Have you ever had an experience where you were encountered by some type of animal or anything that's in the water that caused you to either want to stay in the water or that made you so afraid that you wanted to leave the beach? Have you ever had an experience where you encountered an animal that made you want to stay in the water, or you were so afraid that you wanted to leave? Tom.
Thank you, Madam Table Topics Master, guests in the room, in the Zoom, members of Techno Toastmasters community. Boy, did you just ask me a loaded question. I thought about this when I heard it asked before too. Something in the water in the beach that was really bogus. That I was at a young age, and I was in about the water deep up to my neck in Galveston Beach down near Houston. And this is an experience that would turn me essentially away from ever going in the water in the Gulf again. That water again, oil infested, man o' war infested waters there in the Gulf, there in Galveston. Now it's a good beach elsewhere. You go into Pier, you can go on, but yeah, that one time I went neck deep in the waters there, and I got stung by a man o' war, and now I don't go in the water there anymore in Galveston. I'll do everything else, the beach, drive up on the beach with my Jeep maybe, but I don't go in the water there. After getting stung, bitten, whatever you want to call it, by a man o' war, just a big jellyfish with long tentacles that, and then you say that the truth is that probably had to like wash and clean it off with like get peed on or something like with pee or something. It's just yeah. I never have been in the water since then, since that day. Back to you, Madam Table Topics Master.
Well, thank you, Tommy, for sharing that with us and your experience down in Galveston Beach.
I'd just like to make a comment. Tommy, I don't know if you remember, there is a movie scene in which someone got stung, and I cannot think of the name of the movie, but it starred Ben Stiller. I cannot. But that very thing, that someone had to urinate on him to get
This thing out of
the thing off his back. Yes,
Oh,
it was a comedy, but you know.
well, now you know someone that it has happened to, and really, Tommy, thank you for sharing with us. Okay, do we have any other people that's online that's streaming that would like to share? Okay, not at this time. Okay, so that will conclude our table topics portion of the meeting and our table topics speakers. First, we had Joshua. So if you have your ballots and you want to go ahead and give a vote, you can. Everybody did use the word of the day. Did everybody qualify on time?
Yeah. I in that problem.
Did everybody qualify on time, Joshua and mentioned? Okay, everybody also qualified on time. So our first speaker was Joshua. Our second speaker was Mutu. Our third speaker was Jerry. Our fourth speaker was Robert. Our fifth speaker was Tommy. So again, that's Joshua, Mutu, Jerry, Robert, and Tommy. So if you can go ahead and cast your votes. If you are doing it online, go ahead and send it. I guess they can send it to you, Jerry.
Yes.
Are you able to get it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's the Jerry Frisco Library.
Okay, just go ahead and send those in. And while we're voting, just share an experience that I had. I will say that it was at the beach, although I had lots of experiences at the beach, and I love the beach because I, as you know, love the sun and all the sun rays and just running through the sand and the water. And I'm like you, I'm afraid of the deep water, but I'll go up to a certain height and then go back. I just love the relaxation and everything, as I shared before, of the waves and the water and just feeling, more at one with nature. But I will share with you in a near Jaws experience, whereas we went to Universal Studios, and as you know, Universal Studios, they do the Jaws set there. And so we took the tour ride. So if you ever go to Universal Studios, and if you're the Jaws, fanatic and would like to see it, it is amazing. We got on the bus, and when you go through and you're going through the tour, you actually feel as though you are actually in that scene where you're going through, and the sharks and everything is coming toward you, and you can see first you see just the tip of the fin coming out of the water, and it shows you where, okay, before you know it, they're up on the plank on the boardwalk, getting attacking someone. And even though it's bogus, it's not real, but just the action of it, it makes you feel as though you're right there. The water, everything is just coming. It just gives you that feeling. And sometimes you can get wet a little bit to give you that real experience. But I just could only imagine if I was actually in the water with a real shark. That was enough for me, just going through the bogus experience of it in Universal Studios. So good job to the movie makers. And I will turn the meeting
Smash that like button.
to our Toastmaster.
This is Toastmasters. You're listening into a Toastmasters meeting.
You're welcome.
They can't hear me. It's on mute.
Well, since we normally we would go into our evaluation portion of the meeting, and since we didn't have a prepared speech, and we don't have a general evaluator, I can take the ballots and then. Okay. And we just do one quick check here. I don't have any votes online. Okay. So we're gonna do this in real
I'm giving them a
time
little
here.
feed the ducks here. They ain't gonna know what's coming. Ready for it?
And the table topics winner is
Joshua.
Joshua.
Congratulations. Thank you very much. One of the other things, since we now can move into yes.
I was gonna say that.
Okay. Okay. The meeting itself to tonight because of the fact that we had a scramble for roles. And again, we'll continue to preach. Hopefully we'll get everyone here set up ahead of time so that we have the roles assigned. The next thing we need to do, just to bear in mind that we meet here in the Frisco Library or virtually via Zoom the second and fourth Wednesday of each month. So our next meeting will be on, I believe it is the 25th, if it is.
25th.
Yes, 25th. Okay. I did skip one spot, one part of our meeting, and I'm gonna go back to that. Since we're in the evaluation portion, we'll get a grammarian accounting report. Tracy.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. As you know, an important part of the Toastmasters meeting is evaluation. Evaluation is important because this is where we get feedback on how well we did or what areas we need to improve upon. And this is how we can make our speeches better, we can interact and communicate
Live stream
better.
and
So this is
Toastmasters.
a learning experience for all of us.
Oh,
So Jerry, as our table topics, as a table topic speaker, I like that you spoke that you went to Jones
I'm just
Beach,
here.
New York,
right now.
and you mentioned about your experience with the starfish. That was good. Overall, I didn't really notice any major odds and ends for everyone that spoke today. I think overall, general, everyone did pretty well. I think we all feel pretty comfortable with each other. Joshua, I like your experience when you went to the beach in Wilmington, North Carolina. So you brought us, to that beach. And you talked about conquering fear, talked about favorite times during summertime because it brought back so many memories for you, even though you're afraid of the water. And I love that you brought out the word crawfish because I'm from Louisiana, so I love crawfish. You had me there. Mutu,
Feed the
I
dog.
enjoyed that you was able to share with us, even though it wasn't on a happy occasion, but it was still your experience of what happened when you went to the beach that time and how you all were looking for, this person, and you never gave up. People never gave up. It was like you said, 10, 15 years had passed and they still were looking for this person that was pretty much like lost at sea. And then in the back of your mind, you're thinking, what has happened to this person? Did they survive or not? And so just thank you for sharing that experience. I would say just be a little mindful of the ums. And I know because you were trying to relive that particular moment in your life, it was a bit challenging. So just would say just be a little more conscious of the odds and ums there. Robert, I enjoyed that you took us to New York, Studio 54. Perfect day had to
Studio
be,
54.
if you could have chosen, it would have been with a musician. But of course, you wanted one with your sister-in-law. That's okay. Sometimes it's good to be with family when you're going to the beach. So I enjoyed that piece of it. Didn't feel like any major other there, but just enjoyed that and shared that experience with us. Tommy, I would say that you brought us to back where we're at, Texas, to Galveston, Texas, where you had an experience that wasn't so good, but you did share with us, being bit by that man-war. So, just sharing that experience, and now we know that if one should ever it on us what we need to do to get it off. And then I like the use of the word jelly. You spoke about the different speed in the jellyfish family. You did talk about it had tentacles, so you really gave us like a vivid picture of what you were going through when you were being attacked. So I thought that was very good. Mr. Toastmaster, that concludes my report.
Thank you, Tracy.
You're welcome.
So now we will go to online. Robert,
Yes.
our listener.
Okay. Yes. Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. Okay, we'll see how well all of you were listening. When Joshua went to the beach, he was so afraid of what was at the beach. What was he afraid of? Do you want to remember?
The water?
Water.
The water, yes. And his family liked to go there. And what did they like to have when they had meals?
Barbecue.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, well done. And what did I like to have while I was out running around? What kind of person did I want to run around with?
A brunette from New York.
Okay, thank you.
Has to be a musician.
You did. Thank you. And this is for Jerry. What is something that we don't do when we go to the beach and remove it from the beach? What does Jerry learn that he shouldn't do?
Do not take home a starfish.
Well, that was part of it, but why?
It's gonna smell.
Well, that's a part of it too. It's a natural habitat. It belongs in a natural habitat, so you don't want to remove it. And the worst case scenario we had was Tommy went to the beach, and what was it that he met up with? He met up with a monster. A water monster. What was it?
The man.
Helmet. Manawak. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. And then Tracy, we'll be quick here. We're running out of time. For Tracy, she went to a place that was very similar to, it was a studio. And do you remember the name of the studio?
Universal Studios. Oh,
Yes. And what was it that they presented that was there? Everything was situated so that she felt like it was just perfect. What was that?
Was it the shark, the animated shark?
Yes. Yeah, she thought it was real, and they made it look very real. Yeah, very good. That was close enough. That's all. Everyone did very well. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so we are got about 6 minutes to go. Like I said earlier, we do have our next meeting, which is going to be on June 25th at 7 o'clock. Hopefully we'll be in this room again. For those of you who are not aware, the Frisco Library makes it very challenging to get rooms. So I have to wait until next Wednesday morning at about a little bit past 8 to vie for the rooms. So hopefully I had good luck the last 3 times, and we'll get this room again. So this is the best room as far as like internet and display. Other things, so we got coming up, and I don't know exactly how we're gonna have to have an executive council meeting to determine what we're gonna do as far as our new officers for the next year. our fiscal year starts on July 1st. So we'll have that. We'll probably have to make some type of decision on that at the next meeting. As far as the next meeting, I would like to encourage people. I've spoke with a couple of other members who were not here this evening. They're working on their speeches. Mutu, you're welcome. Yeah, we invite you to provide your icebreaker speech. That's always a good sign. An icebreaker speech is a fairly easy one. It's basically introducing yourself to the club members. Mimi is working on hers. Helen usually has something going. Our last speech, we actually had Chris. Yes. Yeah, you have this 4 to 6 minute speech in which you basically just introduce yourself. You talk about your life from whenever to up to now. You can give a lot or a little. It's just got to be within that 4 to 6 minute range. We also have, and we'll try and refine this because I like Tommy's idea of utilizing YouTube as a mechanism for gaining people. For those of you on the YouTube platform, you are more than welcome to join us. It'd be a great learning experience for both you and for ourselves, because this would be something, and this would be something that would be new to the Toastmasters. And one of the things that we do as this particular club, we're Techno Toastmasters, and we try to be on a bit of a cutting edge of technology and bringing in different ways to communicate with folks. So with that, does anyone have anything else? Robert or Tommy?
No.
I thought about I could probably stream from Zoom. And this way I only have to use one device.
Okay. All right. We'll work on that. That would be good. Tracy, do you have anything?
I do not.
Okay. Well, having seen that we don't have any more business to conduct, I thank our guests, Joshua, our members, Tracy, Mutu, Tommy, Robert. Thank you for attending. We'll call this meeting adjourned. We'll see you in 2 weeks, June 25th.
Okay. Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Got a fire in my soul, yeah, it's burning bright. Guy Bandy told me just to follow the light. Well, I heard the people singing with all their might. So I hit the ground running, and I ran all night. And we sang, run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Well, I ran into my family, and I ran into my friends, and I ran into people that I didn't know then. And I said to them, hey, I could use a hand. And then I ran and I ran, and I ran and I ran. And we sang, run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. say it's dangerous out there, but not if we're all here. If we're together, we can run without fear. They say it's dangerous out there, but not if we're all here. If we're together, we can run without fear. Well, the children and the elders and the strangers and the neighbors and the doctors and the teachers and the farmers and the bakers and the scientists and builders and the singers and the players and the buskers and the dancers and the dreamers and the painters and the coaches and the helpers and the artists and creators and the yogis and the healers and the preachers and the changers and the people and the planet and the forests and the rivers and the mountains and the oceans and the future and the vision. And the buskers and the patience and the future and the vision. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, run, run.
My microphone placement, I'm gonna do a 360 video here and upload it and show you, because I'm gonna like that, and now dead center to the screen, like that, dead center to the screen. It's moved back a little bit, so I'm not on top of the microphone anymore, and I increased sensitivity. You just have to increase and turn on the processing settings to remove any background noise, unwanted background noise, and all that. Turn that processes on, and that should do. I shouldn't have to be right on top of the mic anymore. All right, so that was the Toastmasters meeting you saw. I'm probably gonna end it here because that was a lot. Like doing Toastmasters and the live stream all at once, and I'm gonna roll it out and say goodnight here for the stream tonight. And that was you got to see whoever stayed on, and you got to see a Toastmasters meeting, and you can even participate through YouTube and do table topics if you so wish. You just jump on the StreamYard link, and then people can see and hear you. But if there's anything else, whoever's on here, thanks for listening, and thanks for coming and checking out the live stream, the Toastmasters meeting, and all that, and play us out here. And see you tomorrow. Hey, I'm Tommy Kenyon, your tech content creator and digital content pro. With cutting edge AI guidance, I craft segments like interactive audio or video audio sync tutorials and more. I deliver clear step-by-step digital solutions that make your projects shine, practical, fast, and ready to roll. Hire me to bring your tech vision to life. Let's create something epic together.